Come on, men. Let's get to it. Let's get that product on the shelves, displays, in the aisles, billboards, on the highways and byways, and we can win this battle.
Hey, fool, you ready for another beating? You should have never came back.
Solid win tonight, guys. Solid win. I think maybe doing these pre-games is what's been stopping us all this time. So until we hit a loss when I haven't done a pre-game, guys, I don't know if I'm going to do any pre-games because they're winning, you know, and I'm superstitious. So we'll see. So the boys win, and in my opinion, they won convincingly in this game. They look good. 60-minute effort. Yes, they got a fluke goal to get themselves back into it. And then they scored another one, pulling the goalie. But I don't know, guys. Did you feel like me? Did you feel like when it was 3-2 when they were pressing? Not happening, Dallas. Not happening. Not tonight. That's how it felt for me, guys. I honestly felt, I'm not worried. The Sabres are winning this game. I would have been devastated if that would have went to overtime. But it just felt like no matter what, they were not going to be denied tonight. You know, too much effort. They were just, I thought they were quicker. Dallas played a good game. Dallas played a good game, but it's like, so did we. And guys, that team is 3 full years older than us. 3 full years. Sabres are 25.1 years old. They're 28.1. Not tonight, Dallas. Not tonight. Okay, so let's take a look at the numbers. We'll talk a bit about this. Big win, guys. Seriously, this is a huge win. It's the biggest win of the year for sure. Like beating Florida was huge, but this is really huge. This is a team, you guys remember what happened. Was it last time they came in and smoked us and got 10 goals or whatever it was? Was that the last time we played Dallas in Buffalo? I forget. I think I've blocked that out because of the trauma of that game. I mean, I was laughing that night. When they scored 10 on us, didn't they? But in this game, now the Sabres were on them. Lindy has them going tonight, I'll tell you that. That team looked good tonight. What I seen tonight, if we can play a lot of games like that this year, we'll be fine, guys. I liked what I seen. Forgive me, guys, I'm still a little blah. Before the game, though, I'll go into the stats in a sec, guys. Let's look at the numbers. We'll talk about this game. Here we go. Okay, Stars outshoot us 32-25. Wide edge and face-off, 63% to 37%. But, guys, it didn't really feel like it. I don't know if that makes any sense to you guys. It didn't really feel like it, especially in the first period where the Sabres look solid there. We've been pretty solid on the face-offs this year, I think, when we need to be. So we'll get into that eventually. Power play, the Sabres are now 0 for 21 on the season, folks. And can you imagine if our power play was even scoring slightly where the Sabres might be right now? Penalty kill did its job, 0 for 3 Dallas. Hits, Sabres had 16, Dallas had 19. We had 26 blocks, they had 16. The Sabres had 16 giveaways, they had 13. But 10 takeaways for the Sabres and 7 for the Stars. So we flip it there. Shots on goal per period. 10-8 Sabres in the first, 11 apiece in the second, 13-4 in the third for Dallas for that 32-25 total. Scoring. Krebs gets his first of the year. A very patient goal where he batted it in. You guys seen, opens the scoring from Melenstein and Power. At 12:21 of the second, 1-0 Sabres. McLeod continues to impress, folks, from Zucker and Power. Makes it 2-0 Sabres about a minute and a half later at 13:44. We go to the third. Tage puts in the dagger, gets his 5th of the season. Tage looks like he's having a season so far, folks. This is more good news for us. The first line is cooking. From Power and Tucked, Power had 3 points on the night. 3-0 Sabres at 4:17 on a blast, once again by Tage. And then Harley with a complete fluke from Duchesne and Dadonov. I mean, my goodness, 15-24. That's a typical Sabres goal against, when you're least expecting it. And if anything, UPL deserved better fate than letting in 2 goals tonight. He played solid. Seguin from Bork and Dadonov. Seguin is another one that seems to be endless with the years that this guy looks like he can play in the NHL. Makes it 3-2 at 17:48. We're holding our breaths a bit, not that much. Tuck with the empty netter from Thompson with 11 seconds left. That's your game, 4-2. And the thing is, I don't know if this drove you nuts. It drove me nuts. Is Cousins missing the empty net. He should have had that. Like, this guy, it's mental what's going on, okay, at this point. He should have had that. And that could start the season going for him. And when you guys that have played hockey, when you feel hexed out there, you feel hexed. You feel like nothing's going to go in no matter what I do. He'll make his best saves of the night against me and so on. I want to give you a few numbers here, guys, before I put the computer down. Okay, coming into this game, before the game started, the Sabres are 4th in the league in high danger chances, guys. 4th in the league. Yeah, they played an extra game, but still, think about it. So have these other teams played extra games that I'm mentioning. Sabres have been piling on the high danger chances. They've had some against, of course, because we've had the harsh start. And also, shooting percentage. Coming into the game, the Sabres were at 11% 5-on-5 shooting percentage. Remember, guys, no power play goals. Everything's 5-on-5, these numbers. 11% shooting percentage, 5th in the league right now. And guys, what is the magic number I've always said on the channel? Some of you might forget. I said a powerhouse team. And after 82 games, we'll see if this is still says 11%. 11% is the magic number, guys, when it comes to shooting percentage. And most of the time, if you got a team that's shooting 11%, you've got a powerhouse most of the time. Most of the time. So that's where it's at. With just a few numbers there I wanted to talk about. I don't want to get into anything else. I would like to know where we are in face-offs this year, because I've been impressed with the face-offs this year. And I know, like, tonight we got kind of our ass kicked in the numbers department there. But I liked what I seen in certain scenarios with winning a big face-off and things like this. It's, I was very impressed with this win, guys. It's easily the best game of the year the Sabres have played. And they carried right on through, and thankfully they started UPL, guys. I'll say it. Thankfully they started UPL, because he carried his game right into this one from last one where he closed Chicago down. He brought that same goaltending right into this game. None of these goals were his fault tonight, guys. One of them was a complete fluke. You've seen it. What can you do about that? The puck has eyes. It goes in. And the second one from Seguin was a good goal. It was just a good goal. It's it's a sniper goal. So not much you can do there, but you could see after the Sabres, you could tell they're going to close this game. You just knew it. Like, I wasn't surprised at all that Dallas didn't really get another sniff, really. Not really, from that point on. And the boys look good in this game. They looked really good. I'm really, really impressed with this one, guys. Really impressed. This is a huge win. This brings the psyche, I'm sure, into a really good zone right now. And we got Detroit next. And the truth is, we should be able to smoke the old Red Wings. We should be able to smoke that team. We'll see. We will see. Detroit has played good against us, as we know, in the last few years. They played good against us. But you just got a feeling right now, the way we look tonight, Sabres should win next game. They just should. The way they played that team tonight, that's a much bigger, better, stronger team than Detroit that we just beat tonight. And we beat them because we put 60 hard minutes on this team. We're relentless. If you want to use a proper word, I would say relentless. The Sabres didn't get a ton of shots, but they were relentless in the middle of the ice. They were relentless on the boards, even though not a ton of hits, but they were just relentless. They were on them, on them, on them, on them. You could see it. And the Sabres were passing the puck really nice at certain points of the game too, guys. You've seen that too, where certain points of the game, it was bing, 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 bing. You're like, wow, like, all right, you know, this is memories of 2 years ago. Like, this is looking good right now. Tage with the blast, the passing. I was impressed tonight, guys, as you can tell. I'm really, really happy with this win. It could have been a disaster of an evening, let's be honest. We weren't sure, right, coming into this game. I'm sure if I would have done a pregame, there would have been some negative vibes, people saying, I don't think they're going to beat Dallas, right? And rightfully so. I mean, I get that thinking. I was nervous coming into this game. Didn't know what to expect. You never know with a young team. You just never know. And the boys are the youngest team in the league again, guys, 25.1 years old. They're younger than last year. They're younger, which is scary to think, right? But they have more experience as a unit. So this team should be better, should be more poised, and should be more ready to move on and hit some stride this year. There should be some stride, I'm guessing. Look, we're 3-1-1 our last 5 now. After the 0-3 start, you got to figure there's going to be some sort of stride, guys, as we go along in the season. A few 5-game winning streaks maybe, you know what I mean? And if we can get that going, the 5-game winning streak might turn into 8. And then we're really cooking all of a sudden. We're saying, okay, something's happening here. Something's really, really happening here. And where it can lead to, who knows, guys? Who knows? It could lead to the Final Four. It could lead to us missing the playoffs by 1 point, just so you know. We don't know where it can lead. We want a season where we feel the team's given 100%. They don't look confused. They go out there, they give us 60 minutes a night. They work hard, like tonight. Tonight was a perfect example of Lindy Ruff hockey, in my opinion, what I seen tonight. An organized effort for 60 minutes. So I don't get confused or worried about the fluke goal that went in. I just don't. It doesn't bother me. I'm glad they faced some adversity in that game because they weren't facing any at the end. And to face some adversity is a good thing for a young team. This was a blessing in disguise, if I can say that. That at the end we had to really talk to each other on the bench and say, hey, we can't let this one get away, guys. Come on. I'm sure this is what was going on the bench. As the season unfolds, we might be in for a few more games like this, guys. This was fun to watch. This was really, really entertaining hockey. And I love these acquisitions. My God, McLeod has been a delight to watch. A delight, this guy. Everybody's talking about, Edmonton was laughing at us for getting this guy. And for the first time in his career with the Sabres, he has goals in all these consecutive games now. You know, I like what I'm seeing. And we'll keep an eye on that this year. When McLeod scores, what our record is. I think he's going to get over 20 goals this year, guys. I really do. I think McLeod's going to get over 20 goals. And we shouldn't be surprised if he does, because looks so far like a really, really good acquisition. I like this guy. I really, really like this guy. When he's out there, he makes things happen all the time because of his speed. So hopefully Lindy brings out a career year out of this guy, and the rest of the team follows, and Tage catches fire. And guys, we need Cousins. I know we need Cousins to get going. Because if he was going right now and the power play was going, where would the Sabres be right now? Right? UPL looks like he's found his game all of a sudden, the last, 4 periods. He looks like he's found his game. And I'm just going to go with that. I really am. I'm going to go with what's happening recently, because I've seen young teams do this before. Now, I'm always going to come back to the young thing when things are going good too, not just bad guys. When things are going good, we got to look at the fact we're the youngest team in hockey. The good thing about that is all of a sudden a young team, when they catch fire, they really catch fire. Really catch fire. Remember when the Penguins were last overall with Crosby, remember? And then when they caught fire a few years later, they went something like 22-2 in a 24-game span, I remember. Out of nowhere, they just went crazy. And that's exactly what can happen with this young team here. There's no way to know, guys, till we play these games. And so far, it looks like the Sabres are up to playing the top teams in the league this year. Except New Jersey. But New Jersey, that was kind of a disaster, you know? And New Jersey, we don't know yet if they're one of the top teams yet. You know, they could be, but they're a young team also. Well, youngish team. And they're a good-looking team, too. So right now, guys, I liked what I see. So I'm blabbing for nothing. I'm gonna bring in my little angel here. Here we go. Will you get off the wire? Come here. Here we go, guys. And there she is. Rosie has entered the building. You want to give me kisses? There she goes. Yeah, so Rosie I'm going to take outside. We're going to call it a night. And what a game. I'm just so happy tonight, guys. I'm happy for all of you. Really. Honestly, guys. You guys all deserve this, who are sticking by this team, not giving up, not being negative, and just trying to hang in there. Good for you guys tonight, because my goodness, not a lot of teams in the entire league could have done to Dallas what we did tonight. The Sabres looked really good in this one. And the truth is, I'm not that surprised, really. Not really. Like, you know, this is a good young squad that we have here, guys. There's a lot of talent on this Buffalo team. This team is better than they're given credit for by even our own fans. And maybe McLeod is the spark. Maybe. Because my goodness, tonight was he out there doing his thing, this guy. You know, so I'm going to leave it there. Boys win. Big game, big win. The season, folks, has begun. See you soon.